What's up, Everyday Blades? So, I have had the PCX, Honda PCX 150 for a while now, and ready to give my review on it. Give you a quick look at her. Love this feature. So, if you watched my last video, kind of did a short comparison between this and my 2022 Honda Zuma. This is a 2019 Honda PCX. You can see it's got a little bit of, a little backstory. Said this in my other video, but in case you didn't see that, I purchased this from a young guy who bought this to do food deliveries on. He never did the food deliveries. He got another job, a much better job. So he parked this in his parents' backyard and he threw a canvas tarp over it. It's now 2022. This is a 2019. It has, when I got it, it had 63 miles on it. And now it has 25.9 more than that. Let's see. Yeah, it has a total of 91 miles on it. It's a 2019 with 91 miles. And how cool is that dash? A lot nicer than my Zuma. Okay, anyway, so his dad had hit it with the Rhine lawnmower. The tarp had scuffed it up a little bit. It's got a couple of little scratches on it, like right there. No big deal. I got it cheap. $2,000 I paid for this bike. Steal, home run. It runs like a champ. It's brand new. I just put the first tank of gas in it from when it was brand new. He only had 63 miles, so he never even put gas in this thing. The braking oil is still in it. It hasn't even broke in yet. So he's got to send the titles on its way from Honda to me. So it has really nice floorboards. It doesn't have a pass-through for the legs like the Zuma. I really do like that about the scooter because I think that's the biggest benefit you get with a scooter is being able to sit like you're in a chair. But this is not uncomfortable. That's also where you fill the fuel up there. So this is a 150. My Zuma's a 125. Speed and power. I would say there's probably not 5 miles an hour difference. And I'm serious about that. They're different power bands at different times. Like at 50, this one feels like it grabs a gear and takes off. But then it, peters out at 60 and then goes, 65, 66. My Zuma, I've gotten it up to 62, but usually 60 is the most it'll go. That 5 miles an hour doesn't matter to me. As far as the quality of the bike, I've been a Honda fan since I got my first Honda over 40 years ago. It was a Honda three-wheeler. I'm a huge Honda fan. But I can tell you that I love my Zuma a lot more. But they're different bikes. This is like a cruiser bike. It's super comfortable. Has larger wheels on it. This has no off-road aesthetic to it at all. My Zuma is a, dual sport, I guess they call it. Doesn't do super great off-road, but I have that choice, This one will go off-road, but it's just not made for that with the skinny tires and blah, blah, blah. It's a quality bike. It's a Honda, but there are things like, I don't know if you can hear this. Hear that? I mean, just some stuff that seems cheap on it. The cargo hold under here won't hold a full face helmet. It's smaller than my 125 Zuma. As far as like ride on the highway, like going down the highway, this one does better because it has the fairing in the front, has longer travel shocks, it has bigger wheels and tires on it. So yeah, that part, if you're going on a long trip, this is your bike. If you're commuting a decent distance, this is your bike. But I can tell you, if you're buying it for fun, the Zuma squashes this bike. It's just the way it is. I don't know if I'll be keeping this. Got such a good deal on it, I can. If I keep it and nobody ends up riding it, I'll sell it. But I'm not in a big hurry to sell it. So It's a really good bike, but everybody already knows that. You're not learning that in this review. This review is to tell you, if I was looking at a Yamaha Zuma or a Honda PCX, which one would I get? If you're buying it for a recreational vehicle for fun, it's hands down the Zuma. Yamaha makes better scooters than Honda does. And from what I've seen, I sat on the Honda ADV. I was a little bit unimpressed with it because all the pictures I saw, it looks so much bigger. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6". Just seemed smaller. It seemed like you were kind of in a compartment with all those fairings and stuff. The Zuma seems more like a dirt bike. You know, it's like an off-road. There's nothing on it. It's kind of a naked dirt bike. That ADV, it kind of had fairings all the way around and stuff. And it seems like all that stuff would come loose riding off-road. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but if I have my ruthers, I don't even think you can get a Honda ADV right now, and you probably can't hardly find one of these new. But you can find Zumas because we bought 2 from the same dealer, and they already have like 4 more over there now. So those are available, at least here in Texas they are. So that's my final thoughts. Or if you're looking at the Honda PCX 150 or the Yamaha Zuma 125, I would go with the Zuma. Unless you were just traveling 40 miles a day on the highway, then I'd probably go with this. There's not much difference in price, you know, a few $100s. But anyway, that's it. Oh, one more thing. This is another cool thing about this bike. This bike definitely looks cooler in certain aspects. Like, that headlight's wicked, man. But this is a full-blown street scooter. There's no off-road, aka fun, to it. It's a nice scooter. It does what it's supposed to do. The Honda motor and transmission will probably run forever. So, if you don't have many cargo, here's another thing. This glove box is a great idea. Terrible execution. How are you supposed to get to this thing? You can barely fit a full-size phone in there. And try to put your wallet and the phone in there, forget about it. The latch seems kind of dinky. It's came apart. This little clip has come off 2 or 3 times. It just snaps back on, but for something that goes 65 miles an hour on the highway, I want that thing to snap a little bit better. It's just tough to get to things. I don't like the fact that the key has to be in a certain position for the switch to work to open the fuel or the seat. You can't open the seat while the bike's running. I think that's just dumb. Bad design. But good looking scooter, runs well. Okay, that's it. Y'all have a great evening. God bless you and your families. Say a prayer for our country. Good night.